got a question. If we're going to implement direct storage into Satisfactory, we could all go big builds. So it doesn't quite work that way. There's a lot more to it than just that. To explain it in a short format. One of the actual, like the biggest issue with Satisfactory isn't necessarily the rendering. The biggest like culprit is CPU time. It's the factory tick, and also the like culling that is happening on the CPU part, because a lot of processing power goes into when we're doing culling in general in the game. As in, culling is when you decide like what should be rendered and what shouldn't be rendered. So theoretically, if you have like a big wall in front of something, then there's no point in trying to send like render data to the GPU, right? To tell it to like render this thing, but I'm gonna render something in the foreground so you won't see it anyways. But the thing is, when you have a lot of buildings or a lot of things on that list of like potential culling, then sometimes the going through the culling can take more time than if you just rendered everything and then you lost strength because of that. Yeah. And for some people, we have a setting for that too in the game, where sometimes people get an improvement because their GPU can just render it better, even though it's rendering more things than it needs to, instead of doing that whole shebang. And it's a setting for that somewhere in the settings. So yeah, short answer, it's not that simple.